September 20th 23. Astronomical events. September 1st, Aurigid Meteor Shower. The Aurigid Meteor Shower will be active from August 28th to September 5, producing its peak rate of meteors around September 1st. Over this period, there will be a chance of seeing Aurigid meteors whenever the shower's radiant point in the constellation Auriga is above the horizon. Use the space apps given in the video description to help you find the astronomical events. September 4th, Jupiter enters retrograde motion. Jupiter will enter retrograde motion, halting its usual eastward movement through the constellations and turning to move westwards instead. This reversal of direction is a phenomenon that all the solar system's outer planets periodically undergo, a few months before they reach opposition. September 4th, close approach of the Moon and Jupiter. The Moon and Jupiter will make a close approach, passing within 304 of each other. The Moon will be 19 days old. The Moon will be at magnitude -12.3, and Jupiter will be at magnitude -2.7. Both objects will lie in the constellation Aries. September 6th, Mercury at inferior solar conjunction. Mercury will pass very close to the Sun in the sky as its orbit carries it between the Sun and Earth. This occurs once in every synodic cycle of the planet, 116 days, and marks the end of Mercury's apparition in the evening sky and its transition to become a morning object over the next few weeks. September 9th, Perseid Meteor Shower. The September Perseid meteor shower will be active from September 5th to September 21st, producing its peak rate of meteors around September 9th. Over this period, there will be a chance of seeing September Perseid meteors whenever the shower's radiant point in the constellation Perseus is above the horizon, with the number of visible meteors increasing the higher the radiant point is in the sky. The shower is likely to produce its best displays in the hours around 5 o'clock PDT, when its radiant point is highest in the sky. At its peak, the shower is expected to produce a nominal rate of around 5 meteors per hour. September 12th, Comet C2023P1 Nishimura at its closest. On this day, a newly discovered comet, Comet C2023P1 will be closest to Earth on September 12th, and it'll be closest to the Sun perihelion on September 17th. It is possible that it could be bright enough to observe with binoculars in the first days of September before sunrise. On September 12th, the comet will pass 0.84 astronomical units from Earth, but will only be 15 degrees from the glare of the Sun. September 13th, conjunction of the Moon and Mercury. The Moon and Mercury will share the same right ascension, with the Moon passing 559 to the north of Mercury. The Moon will be 28 days old. The Moon will be at magnitude -8.1, and Mercury at magnitude 2.0, both in the constellation Leo. September 14th, new moon. The Moon will pass close to the Sun and become lost in its glares for a few days. It's the best time to see nebulae, galaxies, and clusters. September 16th, conjunction of the Moon and Mars. The Moon and Mars will share the same right ascension, with the Moon passing 39 to the north of Mars. The Moon will be 1 day old. The Moon will be at magnitude -8.7, and Mars at magnitude 1.7, both in the constellation Virgo. September 18th, Venus at greatest brightness. Venus will reach its greatest brightness in its 2023 to 2024 morning apparition. It will be shining brightly at magnitude -4.5. September 19th, Neptune at opposition. Neptune will reach opposition when it lies opposite to the Sun in the sky. Lying in the constellation Pisces, it will be visible for much of the night, reaching its highest point in the sky around midnight local time. September 21st, lunar occultation of Antares. The Moon will pass in front of Antares, creating a lunar occultation visible from Japan, eastern Russia, Guam, and the northern Mariana Islands. September 22nd, Mercury at greatest elongation west. Mercury will reach its greatest separation from the Sun in its September-October 2023 morning apparition. It will be shining brightly at magnitude -0.5. September 23rd, September equinox. The September equinox marks the first day of autumn for anybody living in the northern hemisphere, and the first day of spring for anybody living in the southern hemisphere. September 26th conjunction of the Moon and Saturn. The Moon and Saturn will share the same right ascension, with the Moon passing 238 to the south of Saturn. The Moon will be 12 days old. The Moon will be at magnitude -12.7 and Saturn at magnitude 0.4, both in the constellation Aquarius. September 29th full moon. The Moon will reach full phase. At this time of the month, it is visible for much of the night, rising at around dusk and setting at around dawn. This year, it is also the full moon closest to the September equinox, making it 2023's harvest moon as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more monthly astronomical events.